today here in the NFC South. Two highest scoring teams in the NFL, and for the Atlanta Falcons, with a win, they would move on to 10-0 and claim their playoff risk. And their playoff risks are at high. But for the New Orleans Saints, they at 7-8, and their playoff chances are at risk. If they want to if they want to beat the Atlanta Falcons today, which is the highest scoring team in the league, averaging over 40 plus points per game right now during this winning streak for the most part, that means stopping Matt Ryan and the Atlanta offense. And Matt Ryan, whose completion percentage is off the charts, and only made a couple of interceptions during the course of the season. But all these win streaks have been, the most part, it's all been wins for the Atlanta Falcons. And number two is the big reason why. And Drew Brees has a lot to worry about preparing to take on this Atlanta Falcons defense, who ranked top 10 in the NFL in points in the course of the regular season. And the challenge is in front of him for Drew Brees. Here we go. Welcome to Week 11 and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. This is a fun matchup in the NFC South and a good one for you. We got a matchup in Week 11 between the Falcons 9-0 and the Saints 7-8. Meanwhile, the Saints have won the toss that deferred. The Falcons will receive. Welcome to the NFL on Fox. Will Lutz to kick it back to Atlanta. Back deep is Marvin Hall. Take it out of the 2. And Marvin Hall has great blocking by DeMonte Casey down to the 32-yard line with a great return. And Matt Ryan, who leads the Falcons offense, is now on the field. What a year it is for him, for this Atlanta Falcons offense. Play action for Ryan. Throws and a pass completed to Taylor Gabriel's first reception of the game. And that ball was placed at a dangerous spot, but Taylor Gabriel somehow made the reception. Good for 15 yards down at the 45-yard line. Great hands for Taylor Gabriel. With Matt Ryan with another throw, looking downfield for Julio Jones, and the ball pops out. And second down and 11. A great matchup of Week 11 here today. Marshawn Lattimore working on Julio Jones, and that's the matchup everyone in the NFC was talking about. Here's Matt Ryan. Throws on the run. It's intercepted by Banjo, the cornerback. And the Saints have their first turnover offensively from the Falcons. And Drew Brees leads the New Orleans Saints offense. Here's Drew Brees, the throw, and it's caught by the tight end Jason Hill for 11 yards on the reception for a first down. Drew Brees has been very consistent with his throws and able to stay in the pocket. And Drew Brees found Jason Hill, and Hill makes a great catch for 11 yards on the reception. Can Drew Brees able to escape this Atlanta Falcons defense, who ranked top 10 in the NFL? And Paul Warlow on the tackle. Mark Ingram for 5 yards. Second down and 5 coming up for this New Orleans Saints offense. Mark Ingram in the backfield. Great block by the tight end, and Brees is down by Bruce Irvin, but the ball was out. Great call by the referees. It wasn't a roughing the passer call, and the offense has been struggling a little bit against these defenses. And Mark Ingram out of the backfield. He's to the 25-yard line. A great reception. And Alvin Kamara is in at tailback. Handoff is Mark Ingram. Slithers away for an 8-yard gain. And it's second down and 2 for this New Orleans Saints offense. Hill is splitting to the left. Quarterback draw Drew Brees will take it himself. He's to the 14-yard line. The 11-yard line at most. They ran him out of the play. Here's Mark Ingram, nowhere to go. Bottled up. Dropped back toward the 15, but a loss of 3 by DeMonte Casey, the safety. Let's see if the Falcons defense can stop Drew Brees, this high scoring powered offense for the New Orleans Saints. Here's Brees, can't find anyone, and he's taken down by Vic Beasley. This pass rush for the Falcons is incredible. You see Vic Beasley, number 44. He tries to break through a tackle by the tight end Jason Hill, and he's able to come in and make that pressure. And Vic Beasley, who already leads the league with sacks, has his first in the first quarter. And it's a scoreless first quarter here in Mercedes-Benz Superdome with a loss of 1. 3rd down and long coming up in the red zone at the 15-yard line. Smith is in the back. His throw is in the pass, caught by Smith, and he's 5 yards short of a first down. It's a 3 and out for the Saints, and the Saints will settle it for a field goal. This will be a 21-yard attempt. And the kick is up the middle, and Will Lutz is good for 3 points. Meanwhile, the Saints are on the board first. And here comes Matt Ryan and the Falcons about to take the field after this return from Marvin Hall at the 25-yard line. Freeman in the backfield. Handoff is to Freeman up and done. And won a truck. Great run by Freeman and great blocking by the offensive lineman by Alex Mack, the center, who really solidifies this offensive line for the most part against the Saints. Spin, what a move. Plants that foot, and Devontae Freeman. Wide open is Julio Jones. He's to the 36-yard line for 25 yards on the reception. Hand off to Freeman, and it's another first down for Atlanta. This team is dangerous once they get so far down the field. And Falcons have been able to run it well. Devontae Freeman this time stopped for a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9. Ryan loads the receiver, Julio Jones, and it's a first down. The passing game is so dangerous. Julio Jones is a big receiver, and there's no way you're going to be able to take him down once he gets the ball in his hands. And he's over 1,000 yards during the season against all these teams in the NFL who they played up against. 1st and goal. A screen to Tevin Coleman, and he's in for the Atlanta touchdown. Here comes, and the Falcons have their first score of the game after that poor interception from Matt Ryan in the first half. And this results as a 3-yard touchdown run for Tevin Coleman. It's likely his first touchdown of the game. It's the first Atlanta drive with a touchdown attached to it. The kick is up and through by Matt Bryant. And it's a 4-point game here in Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And Matt Bryant, the opponent, will kick it away. Ted Ginn, the former Carolina Panther, takes a knee, and Drew Brees and the Saints will be down at the 25-yard line. These Saints are red hot offensively right now, finding receivers who are wide open. Handoff to Mark Ingram. That's a huge first down with a timeout by the Saints. And the Visa halftime report is going to come up soon, after the end of this first half. Breeze looking up the field, and he finds Mark Ingram, Deion Jones on the tackle after a gain of 7 on first down with 26 seconds left. Hill is on the move, and Austin Carr wide open as Mark Ingram out of the backfield. He's to the 39-yard line, and another timeout by the Saints. They're all out of timeouts here in the first half, so they're going to have to hurry up this offense. Pass is caught, Austin Carr. It's second down at inches. And they're going to settle for a field goal towards the end of the first half. And the play clock is at 6. Kick is up and good. And it's a one-point game. And it's the end of the first half. Falcons 7, Saints 6. Were you expecting a high-scoring game against the Saints? Probably was, because because Matt Ryan is very consistent and with his receivers, and that's a big thing for this Atlanta Falcons offense. But this is a turn of events for the Falcons, and for this defense for the Saints is incredible, and they're able to control Matt Ryan in the pocket and covering Julio Jones, and they're doing a great job, especially the matchup with Marshawn Lattimore and Von Bell, who covering these Saints and the defenders covering these receivers. You got Austin Hooper, Mohamed Sanu, Taylor Gabriel, and these guys are explosive in the passing game. And here in the second half, we got the Saints get back to start the second half. We're gonna see what the defense for the Falcons has in store here against the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, the Saints won the toss, so they did defer it. So the Saints will receive this ball to start the second half. Here we go. The start of the second half. And Ted Ginn takes a knee. And the Saints will be at the 25-yard line. And here comes Drew Brees. Very consistent in the first half. And it's a one-point game here in Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Pass is caught. And Michael Thomas still going. Down inside the 1. On a 64-yard completion. What a play from scrimmage in the second half. On a play action pass, Drew Brees able to contain himself in the pocket. Keanu Neal missed the tackle, and then Michael Thomas was off to the races, but Ricardo Allen was able to prevent the touchdown. The challenge is really in front for this Atlanta Falcons defense. And Drew Brees is sacked. Grady Jarrett in his second and goal at the red zone. And Alvin Kamara is in at tailback, along with Mark Ingram in the backfield, and he's sacked again. Jarrett is again. We talked about Walter Payton Man of the Year award. Grady Jarrett is a nominee, and we're going to talk about that discussions during the postseason. And look, the Saints going to hand it off to Mark Ingram, and breaks a tackle from Paul Warlow, and he's short of the goal line. 4th and goal, and the Saints will get a field goal out of this if the field goal is not blocked. And it doesn't. Will Lutz is up and good. 2-score game. The Saints are on top. Let's see if Matt Ryan can answer Drew Brees in the Falcons in the Saints defense. Here's Marvin Hall with a decent yardage with a 24-yard line. And here come the Falcons. On first down, pass is caught. Gabriel out across the 40. Taylor Gabriel, who has become a major weapon for Matt Ryan, gain of 17. This is a guy that can really fly. The fact that he became available when the Cleveland Browns let him go. Downfield for Austin Hooper on the catch. Hauls it in at the 35-yard line. And the tight end out of Stanford has a fresh set of downs. And this Falcons offense is now on the move and trying to put points on the board. Trying to stop with Drew Brees. And that pass is up for grabs and incomplete. Luckily, Von Bell and the defense was able to make that an incompletion. That was a dangerous pass from Matt Ryan, trying to find Julio Jones. Play action from Matt Ryan. Great coverage by Von Bell. 3rd and 10 coming up. On 3rd and 10, wide open is Austin Hooper, but he's able to control it. Looks like the Falcons want to get a field goal. This will be a 49-yard attempt from Matt Bryant. Kick is up and good. So the Falcons are now on top. It's a 1-point game, and this NFC South showdown is not what you want to see. The Falcons are trying to settle in for touchdowns, but just couldn't against this defense for the Saints. They're ranked second in the NFC in the National Football League. And here come the Saints. The Falcons defense is looking frustrated right now, trying to stop Drew Brees and the Saints. And Mark Ingram with a gain of 6, bring up 2nd down and 4 coming up. Can the Falcons finally get a stop on defense? Grady Jarrett to sack Drew Brees again. 3 sacks on Drew Brees today on this afternoon. The Falcons defense is trying to find answers on how to stop Drew Brees, but Grady Jarrett has the answer in there to create the sack. Again, this is 3rd sack of the evening at the 4th quarter with a 1-point lead game here against the Saints, who likely to score on them any second. It adds that the Falcons defense can get a stop and put Matt Ryan right back out on the field. Here's Drew Brees looking downfield, and it's intercepted. Up into the air and down with it is Robert Alford. Still going. Down inside the 45. And the Falcons defense finally got a turnover defensively. And Robert Alford, no flag on the play. Who's looking for Michael Thomas is looking for a flag, and they won't get it. Drew Brees, his first turnover offensively, and Robert Alford was working on Smith actually, and Pete takes him down and prevent the pick 6. What a start for the Falcons, knocking on the door again with Matt Ryan. And this Falcons offense is trying to look for points on the board. Taylor Gabriel on the reception. He's a primary receiver so far in this game, along with Julio Jones. This receiving corps for the Falcons is unstoppable. And speaking of Julio Jones, on the receptions, 1st and goal Atlanta. A 21-yard completion on the play action pass. They went for 2 tight ends in the game, an extra offensive lineman, and Julio Jones catches this out on the sideline. And Eli Apple, the former New York Giant, who was a free agent to pick up for Sean Payton in his team defense for the Saints. Here's Matt Ryan, throws on the run, and it's juggled and almost intercepted. But Matt Ryan, luckily that was not a turnover. And Matt Ryan and looking for Taylor Gabriel, and it's short. And it's 3rd and goal. Gabriel was wide open on that play action pass. Matt Ryan's trying to find answers on how to score against this Saints defense. And that pass was short. A little too early. Marshawn Lattimore was on the coverage. And same play for Matt Ryan. Throws, and the pass is caught this time by Taylor Gabriel. And this is an Atlanta touchdown. This to make it actually a one-score game. A one-score game, and the kick is good. Taylor Gabriel on a 7-yard touchdown catch from Matt Ryan, and the Falcons are having answers. And Matt Bryant, his kick is good, and punts it to Ted Ginn. And the former Carolina Panther sets the New Orleans Saints offense at the 25-yard line. And the Saints is trying to look for looking for answers to get through this the Falcons defense, but Grady Jarrett is just stopping Drew Brees. Takes him down. Max Unger went through him, put Brees on his back. 2nd and long. Brees wide open as Michael Thomas out of the backfield. Actually, with a gain of 8. Actually, a gain of 9. 3rd down and 2 coming up. Here comes the Saints on 3rd down. Pass is caught. Austin Carr still going to about the 42-yard line, close to midfield. And here come the Saints. They're on the move. Saints need a touchdown here, and they're on the move. Play action. And pass is caught by Mark Ingram. And the defense is trying to find a way to stop Drew Brees from scoring. And Grady Jarrett. Come on. There's no way you're going to stop Grady Jarrett. Once he gets pressure on Drew Brees, he does this to every quarterback here in the National Football League. And Grady Jarrett, come on, puts Drew Brees on his back. This guy is incredible. The fact that he became drafted by the Falcons in Clemson, and he's a major defensive weapon for the Falcons. And Smith is short of a 1st down. And the Saints, this is a must-convert type situation for the Saints. And a Hail Mary. Brees is sacked. Bruce Irvin takes him down. And the Falcons is on the field. Turnover on downs. And the Saints are looking to lose, going to 7-9. But Bruce Irvin creates the pressure, and they can't they didn't convert on 4th down and inches. In that case scenario, the Saints would have ran it. And Matt Ryan gets hit. Looks like the Falcons are going to take a knee. And it takes a knee. The Falcons will win today against the Saints in the NFC showdown in the NFC South in their division. This is not typically a high-scoring game, but it's a 17-9 win over the New Orleans Saints. Matt Ryan continues his season over 1,000 yards passing. Couple of touchdowns, but Taylor Gabriel was their main target today. This season's been great for Matt Ryan. And we'll see you next week here to face the Carolina Panthers on another NFC South showdown. And then too, after the Carolina Panthers is on to Cleveland, and the Raiders, the Giants, Eagles, and the final regular season game against the Redskins. And we'll see you next week here in Carolina on Fox. Coming up next is the State Farm postgame show. And we'll see you next week here on